My friend, thanks for joining. So today I'm starting a new playlist of videos dedicated to people that is just starting to approach to cybersecurity. The main reason I got upset because there are a tons of information that are broadcasted around with a lot of smart marketing kind of way, trying to push on what is the best career for everybody or with a lot of suggestion. Most of those come from recruiters, and I have nothing against it because obviously they experience the market, but most of the time they check the trend of the market. But when you choose a career, you don't choose a career based on the trend of the market. You choose a career based on what you like, what you have passion on, and what will make you different. So all this suggestion that just try to clone the perfect cybersecurity professional is wrong. Diversity is what makes cybersecurity so fascinating. Is the mix of skills. The fact that you go to from social engineering that is actually psychology studies to more auditing framework policies. You do have security architecture, you zoom in on solutioning. It's massive. Nobody can even state that covers 360 degrees of security in terms of skills. And I don't want to name and shame people, but there is a lot of rubbish around. And it's not coming from people that actually got exposed to other domain of security too. So you find also people that work only just in SOC explaining why security architecture suck. It's not the way to do videos or helping people to decide. You need to have a balanced approach and explain pro and cons of everything. And the fact that you choose and you picked a career path shouldn't be the way how you try to push the conversation. So I feel to be really neutral on the career choice. First of all, I started when cybersecurity wasn't fashionable, and I started to do cybersecurity with CTO because there was no CISO. So my exposure was from the very beginning coming from interest in Linux, Unix kind of stack network, more oriented into web application security and infra security. But later on, I move across consulting. I did got exposed to engineering. I did R&D. I move to architecture, but I work a lot in incident response too. I lead incident response. I do have that side of experience into forensics, and this is not a video about me. It's a video now explaining why I think to have a good overview of all specialization within security, because in somehow I touch them all, and I saw it how they evolve, but working as a security architect, I see also where they are going. So stay tuned on this channel because I will try to give you information that you'll not find around and point of view that I will explain how to verify. So right nowadays, if you don't do a video, you haven't done nothing. And so it's the reason why I'm on YouTube too. So back in the days, I always try to help a professional. I did this article under resources on my website. You find the Cyber Career Explorer. You click on it, you find an article. Security Boutique is my domain as well. And you find an article where I'm discussing how your personality can make you better in some aspect of a job, of a specialization. And I'm trying to give you neutral sources on how to understand all these roles, what they need. And the approach that I suggest is through the CREST exams. Not because I'm pushing into the certification conversation, but will be a video on a side because I'm also tired to hear all the same stuff about certification. You need a bit of fresh air on that. So click on the CREST certification I will show you. They do define each type of specialization is going across them all. Is going from security analyst, more SOC oriented, red team, web application, pen tester, threat intelligence. You find them all, and they do also security architecture, and so it's quite wide. They did the definition of them all, but try to click one, whatever you fancy. When you scroll down, you'll find that the structure of this chapter is with recommended preparation material. That's really cool because you have a full syllabus on what you should see for that. But it is also extremely cool that is having a reading material that are just books that you can find on Amazon for a few quids. So if you see for the web application is telling you which books and play to them, actually they pick a good one. But whatever job you pick on this one, you'll have the same with other different titles. Even click on Amazon and check the syllabus of that, the summary of those books is starting to give you a bit of an idea. You are in age of YouTube, you get flooded by stuff that people is pushing you in what they are confident in. You need to step back and see the general picture. And to see the general picture, you need a source that you trust. That is not me. You could evaluate what I tell you, but it's not just, he works in security 20 years. Okay, but how can somebody suggest about somebody else's career? I can give you an heads up, an opinion, but the last judge of everything is just yourself. So look at all these syllabus, trying to understand what is actually that book, what it means also in terms of studying, how much time you have. Sometimes you can find yourself that you want to reskill in something because you are a sysadmin and you see a logical jump into security, but you need to understand how much you need to study. This one is the way. Understand that. Read that article. There is no any advertisement. I don't take a penny if you click on it. And so read about the personality. Try to look at yourself in terms of what you are good at, what you think is your best asset, and trying to figure out. I heard a suggestion on remove whatever job is not related to cybersecurity. It's not true. I've been a waiter. It's a part of my professional growth as well. So let's be honest. I don't put it in the CV right now because it's not relevant, but you do it when you are really senior. But if you are at the start, even that count. Because if you have a patience to deal with public all day long, those are brilliant skills in consulting. So stop this rubbish of no, you need to sell yourself. You sell yourself explaining from where you come from, what you are made of. Passion, you are made of knowledge for something that can be different, and you try to mold a picture of what you'll be. You can drive your career till a certain stage. At a certain stage, you'll need any way to follow the market sometimes. You get specialized in MQ. In later on, at a certain stage, everybody will use something else, like Kafka, and you'll need to move. This one is true for technical and it's true for whatever. Think about framework, policy, data privacy. How many new regulation all the day long are coming out. So you need to be flexible as well, also in your choice. You need to be sure that what is driving you the morning to wake up, the passion for that has to be there. And another thing that I see a lot of stress on creating your own image. It's true, it's part of the industry right now, create your image. I have a YouTube channel, so I should shut up. But you need to have also content. And when you don't have it, you shouldn't just take whatever you just learn and resell it. You are spending time on doing that instead than going faster. You don't run hugging a fridge because it will slow you down. If you spend so much effort on creating your own brand, you not have energy and efforts to actually move faster. And so when you are at the beginning of a career, you need to move faster. And move faster is having the skill and understand what you need. It's like a grocery. You get in with your basket, and based on your taste and what the diet need. Because let's be honest, if you go for grocery, you take only what you like, your diet probably 100% sure will not be balanced. So you need balance. You need to have a mix of it too. What you like and what is needed. The demand and offer of a market is still there. You are becoming an employee because somebody needs you. And so don't forget the basic. So I'm not trying to put you down. I'm trying to reorganize the thinking in a way that you can trust and verify on your own without trust me. You shouldn't trust nobody. It's the principle of security, zero trust. So stop to take a suggestion about career from people that could have also an interest. Most of the recruiters recruit and obviously need to fill position. If you miss people and somebody start a career, which position you think they will suggest? The one where they need. And it's not against nothing, it's just an explanation. A second-hand information on how the market goes. It's different from somebody that does the job. So try to verify, don't trust nobody, me included. I will always in each video giving you something to have a structure and a reference. And the first structure that I want to give you is if you are confused by the size of security and the complexity of security, you need to start to navigate through that. The problem is the more you Google it, less you understand it. And so some look for a mentor, but the mentor will try to push you on the direction of his own vision. It's right and wrong at the same time. It's good to have an opinion, but mentorship means that you already decided what you want to do. So you need a mentor about the specialization that you decided and find the mentor that is more close to what you want. So when I move abroad, one of the things that I was trying to understand is how security was working, what actually people was studying, doing, and everything. So I, I tried to figure out which job I wanted to do, and I look at, sorry, the camera is falling. So let's. So I started to check it out their CV, what they did, from where they come from, in terms of background and skills, what they're investing on, which career path they took. But before I had to have already an opinion. So simplify your life. Think about three big silos. Whatever security professional will complain about it, you need to simplify your life. So try to think in this way. You have GRC, and the acronym of GRC means governance, risk, and compliance. It's a, an overall word on its own. This big bucket where I put them all is obviously having a lot of distinguish, and you move from one bucket to another one with a lot of mix of skills. For example, in GRC, a big portion is also auditing. And obviously, if you do cloud auditing, you need to go and cross the other bucket that I'm telling you, that is security engineering and security architecture, because you need the technical skill to understand how it should be hardened, how it is configured, and whatever. So don't think that these micro categories are already defining your career, because it's not that the way. You need to understand how security world works, what are what are the direction that you could take, and think about it. So GRC, security engineering and security architecture, and security operation. I put under security operation a huge bucket because I put in red, blue, purple teams. So offensive, defensive, all red teaming, also in terms of infrastructure, forensics in its own is a word that obviously is a skill that is being used by them all, but in the same way how reverse engineering is good also for pen tester, because they need to anyway be capable to do reversing for the payload and everything. And so without zooming in too much, because I don't want to lose you, is think about these three buckets. Read the article that is sent and start to browse the syllabus. Next videos, I will zoom in on each of these buckets and I will try to explain which kind of direction. I will also have a conversation on its own, a video dedicated to certification, because there is a lot of rubbish around. You are getting confused. It's not the certification that give you the job, are the skills. And some skills need other skills that are not within security but are more general. So stay tuned. This series won't be an help. I was in doubt if write another blog, but I realized that nobody read anymore, and so you need a video. Comment below, subscribe or don't subscribe, do whatever you fancy, but check it out. I will create a playlist about this series, and try to survive. Try to not trust nobody. It's the first principle of security in any case. And so start from all this career advice. Okay? Take it easy. Cheers. Bye bye.